In December, the flat earther and notorious liar Taboo Conspiracy will have a meetup in Salt Lake City together with Kyle Adams. In today's video we will have a look on one of Kyle's latest videos. Let's start. First of all, I want to thank all my patrons, members, donors and subscribers. All of you are important for me. Thank you very much.
Sometimes, before you can give a hypothesis a chance, you have to be open to it being a possibility in the first place. When my confidence in NASA was shattered, that made it a lot easier for me to be open to the idea of the flat Earth.
NASA was shattered? What you're talking about?
With that being said, I'm not here to ridicule and make rude remarks. I'm simply here because I want to share the evidence and allow you to see what I see.
Kyle, you have never presented any evidence for your silly claims, and I doubt it that you will succeed this time.
So let's get started. This first clip comes from an interview Buzz had with the physicist Brian Cox. Now let's listen carefully to what they talk about.
I should ask, who is that a photograph of? I suppose it's a fairly obvious answer that it would be Buzz, given the conversation we're having. But it's probably the most famous picture from the surface of the moon, I would say. And many people say that's Neil Armstrong, but in fact, it's you and Neil in the reflection. So what's the story of that? It's probably the most iconic photograph in human history, actually.
Neil was such an excellent photographer. See, I was walking along like this, and he said, "Hey, stop." So I stopped and looked at him, and he took the picture right away. And you can see parts, you can identify that I was just still moving a little bit. But people asked me, because it's so well staged, and we call it the visor picture.
Wait, what did he mean by that? Like, it's on a stage?
Everyone, this is my daughter Alina joining us today.
Hi.
By the dictionary, that's exactly what the word means. But let's continue this clip and then we'll come back and talk about that.
Because the reflection in the visor will show the landing craft, and it'll show the white-suited astronaut, Neil, that took the picture. And you can see my shadow moving out. So we call that the visor picture. But people have asked me, why is that such a perfect, an iconic picture? And I've got 3 words. Location, location, location.
Now, the word staged has multiple meanings, and many people out there are not instantly convinced by this alone that Buzz was actually admitting that the moon landing was done on a stage. Since there's another definition, that means the picture was well thought out or planned for a desired impression. But you heard Buzz talk about how the photo was taken. When you described Neil taking a picture, did that photo sound at all planned out to you? Or did it sound like it was a spontaneous, on-the-spot decision?
Totally on the spot.
Obviously, Kyle is not used to taking pictures. If you're used to it, you often can see a picture in your head before you're taking it. I think that Neil was seeing a great view, and when Buzz come walking on the moon, he asked him to stop at this spot that Neil thought would be a great picture. This photo is staged. This is a location where I often take photos from surfer, and I wanted to get this picture with this light and so on. So this was planned. The surfer didn't know it. I was waiting for the right moment with the surfer on the top of the wave and the sun. This is also a staged image. I have seen the Northern Light with this Canon one time, but didn't have the camera. And I was going back to these locations several times when it was Northern Light to get this image. So this is staged, but not fake.
This next clip comes from an interview Buzz had on the talk show Conan.
Presumptuous
Buzz.
here. I can call you Buzz. Okay.
That's a legal name. Passport,
Okay.
driver's license.
And I am Uncle Coney tonight.
Uncle Coney.
Well, let's talk about this, because this is fascinating. I remember very clearly, I think anybody who was alive at the time does. I remember my parents waking me up, and we went down and we watched you guys land on the moon,
No,
which
you
was...
didn't. No, you didn't.
What?
Because there wasn't any television. There wasn't anybody taking a picture. You watched animation.
Whoa, that's really strong.
I know, right? There wasn't anyone taking the picture. You watched animation.
That is pretty clear. It doesn't get any clearer than that.
Well, actually, it does. Let me show you. But first, let's finish this clip, and then I want to show you something else.
See, you associated what you saw with.
I have very hazy memories.
I know.
Well, no, but what we saw was we all were gathered around the old curved top radio
me
and listened.
talking about, how many feet we were going to the left and right, and then I said, contact light, engine stop.
It was
and a few
exciting.
other things, and then Neil said, Houston, Tranquility Base, the Eagle has landed.
This was
Man, how about that?
that was very exciting.
Not a bad line.
Yeah. This was...
So he was just saying what they listened to on the radio, but they didn't actually see anything. And everyone was just trusting what they heard on the radio.
Of course it was animation. This is an interview with one of the first men on moon. The first manned moon mission. So who would be the cameraman standing on the moon when they were landing? Of course, they could have sent a camera in advance, but they didn't know exactly where the moonlander would land on the moon. Oh dear, this is so damn stupid, and you think it's some kind of evidence.
What is Buzz's real name? Okay, it turns out Buzz's birth name was Edwin, but he legally changed his name to Buzz 19 years after the moon landing.
The official story was that Buzz was his childhood nickname, given to him by his little sister who couldn't say brother, but instead called him Buzzer. Buzz was 39 when he claimed to go to the moon, which means he was 58 when he decided to change his name.
That doesn't make any sense.
That's really strange that he would suddenly decide to change his name after so long.
I know, right? According to biography.com, after Buzz got home, he got really depressed and started drinking a lot because he felt like a publicity pawn for NASA. That makes me wonder if this was Buzz's way of fighting back by making his own name a big hint. Notice how the word buzz means a rumor or report.
Kyle have a hard time understanding the obvious. Buzz have been called Buzz since he was a kid. Everybody was calling him Buzz. So what is so strange with want to have the name officially and not only as a nickname? This is quite common, at least in the country I live. Oh dear.
The Cabinet, distinguished members of Congress who join us, leaders in business and industry, honored guests, and especially 3 American astronauts who've joined us today. Lieutenant Colonel David Wolf, Colonel Alvin Drew, and the second man on the moon, the legendary Colonel Buzz Aldrin. Welcome to the White House.
Did you catch that enormous eye roll?
joins us today. Lieutenant Colonel David Wolf, Colonel Alvin Drew, and the second man on the moon, the legendary Colonel Buzz Aldrin. Welcome to the White House.
Yeah, sure I was.
If he really went to the moon, then why would he do that?
It doesn't just end there. He keeps making these interesting faces all throughout the entire speech.
Kyle must be desperate. This is a silly attempt to miscredit Buzz. And I can't stand more of this lying piece of beep. And I'm quite disgusted over the fact that he's mixing in his young daughter into this. Shame on you, Kyle. Okay, then we're at the end of this video. I hope you liked it. If you did, become a member, subscribe, hit like, or come back next time I'm showing a video. See you next time. Bye.